This is an exciting day for Bearcat football, exciting day for Northwest Missouri State University. A couple of days ago we celebrated another national championship in football, and now we're going to celebrate a new head coach, and we're excited about that. Rich Wright has, if you, to me, as I look, he's a guy from New York, and I think he's not a guy from New York. He's a Midwest guy, but he actually grew up in New York. He started his coaching career back in, I think, 1991 at Cortland State School in New York. Spent a couple of years at Dana College, and I remember in 1995, in the spring or summer of 95, one of our coaches, either Coach Boschwick or Coach Sabota, one of the two or both of them got calls from Jim Krieger, who was the head coach at Dana, and he said, "Hey, I got a guy over here that would like to be a grad assistant," and it was Coach Wright. And so we hired him, and as a grad assistant, he coached the tight ends, did a great job with them. We were talking about all the talent that he had to work with in 1995 and 1996, but the only sad thing about that was he didn't get to experience that 0-11 season, but other than that, he was here when this thing was started. After that, Coach Wright spent a couple of years at several different smaller schools, Dakota State, Central Methodist, William Penn, and then ended up at St. Ambrose, and, a very strong NAIA school. He was a defensive coordinator there from 2000 to 2003. In 2004, we had a change in our staff. I remember Jim Sabota left, and Coach Gustafson, John Gustafson, decided he wasn't going to coach anymore. And we needed a D-line coach and a strength coach, and there was no doubt of who we were going to hire. And we brought Coach Wright in at that time as our strength coach, as our defensive line coach, and then special teams coordinator. And then the last 6 years, he was our defensive coordinator here. The last 6 years have been phenomenal, what they've done. Our defense is, I think 2014 led the nation in total defense, but I think if you would ask anybody, even the people on the message board, on D2 message board, who has the best defense, the most dominant defense in Division II in the last 3 or 4 years, there'd be no question it'd be Northwest Missouri State. And that's because of Coach Wright and his leadership. He's got a wonderful family. Sarah and Grace and Kate, how many times do we spend Thanksgiving together? That was a tradition in our family when we were coaching, and the Wrights always ended up at our house for Thanksgiving. And I think the last time, we ended up at your house, and Carol was happy about that because she didn't have to cook. But what a great family. When I think about Coach Wright, the number one thing that I think about, and I've told people this from all over the country, and I've had people that know what I'm talking about when they know about football. Number one, Rich Wright is a teacher. I used to, as a head coach, I could stand out there and I could circle around. I didn't coach a position, and so I could go. I always enjoyed going to watch the D-line. What a great teacher, and I think one of the coaches, I think it was the Ferris State coach, made that comment in his press conference after we handled them. He talked about how the technique that our defensive linemen, not just they were good players, but the technique, and how he said what I've said a long time, this guy could coach D-line in Division I without a doubt. There's no doubt about that. He's a great teacher, and because of that, his attention to detail. I don't know if there's any D linemen out here, but they'll tell you there's detail. You're going to do it right. I see Bevins back there. You learned that, didn't you, Colin? Tremendous organizer. He's always very well organized. He's very passionate. He's very personable. He's definitely a motivator. I'd kind of forgotten a little bit of that, and then I went out the week of the Harding game, and he was getting after him. And you saw the response. I mean, that's as good a performance by a football team, I think, overall for one game as I've seen in a long, long time. And he's a great football mind more than anything else. With that being said, It's my privilege and my honor to introduce to you our new head football coach at Northwest Missouri State, Richard Wright.
Wow. Since I have a couple of my D linemen in the back of the room, kind of a standing joke in our meetings is one of my former D linemen, Tristan Patterson, used to say, if somebody on the defensive line asked me what time it was, I was going to teach them how to build a clock. So a little bit of what Coach said about the details is true. To all you players that are back there today, thank you very much for coming today, and I love you very much. First and foremost, I'd like to thank Dr. Jasinski, the Board of Regents, and Coach Mel Churchma for this amazing opportunity. To be named the head football coach at Northwest Missouri State is an honor. This opportunity has been a dream of mine since 1995 and 1996, when I was sitting in our back offices that the GAs now affectionately call the trailer park, and we dreamt of the idea that maybe we could potentially someday be the head football coach at this place. We were witness to something very special that was happening, and we knew it. And that dream turned into a goal, and today that goal's a reality. I'm blessed beyond belief to have this opportunity, and it's one that is going to be one of the highlights of my life. Having said all that, I'm just one part of the overall puzzle. A head coach is only as good as the assistants that surround him, and I am very proud today to say that every member of our full-time staff is remaining at Northwest Missouri State. Charlie Floor, Chad Bostwick, Joel Osborne, and Brandon Clayton are program guys who understand our culture. They're friends, and they're unbelievable football coaches. And I couldn't fathom having a better group of individuals to surround myself with. I'm going to rely on you guys heavily as I make this transition from defensive coordinator to head football coach. And I'm just really proud to have you guys on my first staff. For as long as I can remember, all I've ever wanted to do is either be a football coach or a professional football player. If you look at my stature, the latter is probably not going to be the case. So I had a mom and dad that were very supportive of me, and they allowed me to dream. I just wanted to take a minute. They hopefully are watching someplace, and tell them thank you and that I love them. I want to thank three men who have had a tremendous impact on my career. One was Jim Krieger, the former head football coach at Dana College in Blair, Nebraska. Jim gave me my first chance to really, delve into the college coaching profession. He gave me a lot of responsibility and not a lot of pay. And I treasured those memories and the things that I was able to do. There were a lot of lessons that I learned that I carry with me each and every day. Second is Coach Mel Churchma, who gave this kid two opportunities that I'll be forever grateful. He trusted me to come here in 1995 as a graduate assistant football coach for 2 seasons, and then hired me back in 2004. Coach T, I love you, and thanks for everything you've ever done for myself and my family. The last one, I have a feeling he's watching today, and I think he's smiling. To Scott and his family, I love you. Finally, I want to thank my wife, Sarah, and my daughters, Grace and Kate. Often their sacrifices in this profession get overlooked. I appreciate your support and your love. And to Sarah, of all people, I wouldn't be here today without you. Thank you. To the Maryville community, Former players, faculty, and staff, parents, fans, and alums, your outpouring of love and support has been overwhelming. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. My staff and I will work tirelessly for our football program. The expectations around Maryville are high, and they should be. We are one of the premier football programs in the country. Having said that, we will not measure our success on wins and losses. Instead, we will immerse ourselves in the process. We will continue to focus on the details, on the little things that allow greatness to happen. We will graduate our players. We will give back to the community. We will be positive ambassadors for this university. We will stress family. We will strive for excellence in everything we do on and off the field, because that's the Bearcat way. On the field, we will be tough and physical. We will be disciplined and fundamentally sound. We will play to win, and we're going to have fun doing it. Northwest is my home, and I am very proud to represent this university as its head football coach. We have a lot of work to do, and I'm looking forward to hit the ground running. Thank you for your time, and go Cats.